fumbled the basketball. The ball will be placed at the 39-yard line. It is a first down. It's almost basketball season.
Why am I so hungry? Because you're watching football. The whole game is basically an elaborate scheme to make you buy more food.
What are you talking about?
Hey, think about it. Turnovers, pancake blocks. Oh, I just scored. Feed me more. Refrigerator Perry was not his real name.
I don't think football's trying to sell you food.
Oh, really? And what are you eating, Jerry?
Rice.
Jerry's eating rice. Huh.
I truly cannot believe what I just saw from Sean McDermott. I really can't believe it. This idiot, his whole career, he coaches not to lose rather than coach to win. The time he decides to be aggressive is from his own fucking end zone with 20 seconds left. Never seen anything like that in my entire life. This guy is a total fucking moron. How do these coaches continue to do this? It blows my mind. Blows my mind. McDermott, done. His time is done.
What it do, YouTube? Is Coffee tapping back in, man, and y'all see that I had to start off with a little bit of humor, man, because this is a tough one. I'm not like tripping and flipping, but at the same time, Bills Mafia, this is rough. You know what I mean? I'm not bugging. We'll get to it all, but I just saying I had to start out with a little bit of lighthearted humor, man. How about that referee? Before he fumbled the basketball, he had stepped out of bounds, and man, the commentators were on it, you know, letting us know, hey, it ain't quite basketball season yet. That referee, he's a longtime coach of high school basketball or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? They're always on it with all the quips and facts and everything like that with the players. But man, to be on it like that, to you know, give us the breakdown on the referee was quite funny. You know what I mean? You heard them. They said, it ain't. Yeah, we're not watching the Rockets and the Buffalo Braves. Man, side convo. Wouldn't it be great to get the Buffalo Braves back? Comment, y'all. Anyone out there a Bills fan, if you remember the Buffalo Braves days, man, going way back, man. McAdoo and they had a squad, man. Then they knocked the Celtics out of the playoffs at one point one year. You know what's wild too? Fun fact. I had a jersey I copped years ago, man. You know what I mean? When I was going to college, getting that extra money, not extra financial aid money. I got a check to go to college as well. It's a whole nother story. I know I'm getting a bit off point talking it up as I do, but I'm Jay Coffee Talk, and I talks my ass off. So make sure to subscribe and talk shit to me in the comments if I'm talking too much or, you know, whatever else. Let's talk. That's what the channel's all about, to talk it up with y'all about music, news, sports, current events, life, and much more. But I copped a Braves hardwood classic throwback jersey with the matching fitted, man. It was dope, man. The orange and black, as they also had the baby blue jersey as well. Fabulous, rocked it in the video or photo shoot, I can't recall. But anyways, on the back, I was like, brand. The name was Brand, and I was like, wait a second, Brand. And then it was Elton Brand, who at the time played for the Clippers, because that's who the Buffalo Braves ended up becoming, was the Clippers. You know, I don't know, fun fact, comment if you already knew that. Just like a lot of people probably don't know, the current New York Yankees were actually at one point in time the Baltimore Orioles. Before they were the Orioles, then the Highlanders, then the Yankees. Then another Baltimore Orioles franchise came around. I know I'm off topic like a motherfucker. But for real, like I said, I had it started out with some humor rather than talking about this game. That basketball clip was funny. That Matthew McConaughey commercial, that was McCaffrey, right? Comedy gold. I love that. Jerry Rice at the end. What are you eating, Jerry? Rice. Jerry's eating rice. Refrigerator Perry wasn't his real name. That's some good ish, right? And then I guess that guy's name is the Degenerate, and that's what brings me into what I'm putting off talking about by talking about all these side conversations. Is this game? There's so much stuff I wanted to talk about this game, about, you know, the Bills struggling but hanging in there and having heart, and how will they come back after a game of, you know, playing 43 consecutive games after, you know, getting it put on us pause last week by the Ravens. Will we lose by 25 or whatever? You You know what I mean? You know it's bad when your backup's in there at the end of the game, and it ain't because you're winning. That's what we saw at Trubisky spelling Josh Allen last week because we were getting beat so bad. You know what I mean? So like, we come back in this game, things is like, there's just so many other points that I wanted to talk about in regards to this game. The big grudge match, you know, that the media has been pushing for. Stefon Diggs, Josh Allen, the Bills. Revenge, which in the end Stefon gets his revenge, putting up pretty good numbers as well. Nothing spectacular, but he was there. He definitely put up better numbers than he ever did for us in any of those playoff game losses, man. You know, he was there. He did his thing. What can I say? But so much other things I wanted to talk about, but it comes all down to, like, fuck all that. We have to talk about what everyone's talking about, and that's about that play calling there at the end. And Mcdermott, you know, and everyone's saying, like what the degenerate was saying, hey, fire this guy. This guy's got to go. That was asinine. That was stupid. And, you know, whenever it comes to Mcdermott, I'm always a guy that's like, hey, he ain't the perfect coach. There is some funny style stuff he does. I don't understand why we didn't challenge that one catch earlier in the game, you know, because momentum swings are huge in an NFL game. And man, did we see so many momentum swings in this game, back and forth, you know, and it seemed like in the end, Buffalo, we had this thing, you know, I felt like, and it was wild too. You could really hear the mafia there, as, you know, Bills Mafia is known to make noise in opposing stadiums, you know, to the point where they calm down the home field advantage a little bit. And at times you could really hear the mafia turning up in there. I was like, damn, but I seen them there, but not like that. But the point is, what in the fuck are they doing there at that point in time? You know, you hear the announcers breaking it all down. Hey, you don't want to go, 3 and out, throwing the ball when Houston has timeout, and you're going to punt to them and they'll be just out of field goal range or in field goal range. And that's exactly what happens. I mean, I don't know how you don't run the ball off rip first play just to get the clock rolling or whatever the case may be. Not to mention, the possibility of a holding in the end zone for a safety it's just like, it's crazy, man, that this is what we're talking about. This kind of ish after a hard-fought game where the Bills hung in there, showed they had heart, played their arses off, and all that. And this is what it is. Like, hey, why did we try to pass the ball 3 times in that situation from our own end zone? It makes 0 sense. And like I was saying, when it comes to Mcdermott, it's like he does some dumbass ish every now and then, right? But I'm always like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Since he came to Buffalo, he ended the playoff drought. Then Big Baller Bean came around, and, you know, between McDermott and Bean, they changed the culture of this team into a winning franchise. Some will argue like, hey, we ain't won the Super Bowl, so it don't mean ish, and I'm not gonna go there, you know. But the point that I'm getting at is, I always look at these kind of situations when these discussions come up, like some of the stuff we saw in the playoff loss last season, coaching wise, play calling wise, strategically, you know what I mean? And I'm always like, yeah, you know, but come on, man, we can't go that far as to talk about to fire McDermott, right? And I'm still gonna, stick with that. As you see the tweets, the reactions, everyone pouring in about fire this guy. This guy is a cold buster. Like, how many times can we see him do this dumb ish? And I don't know what to say. Like, I don't feel like it's fire McDermott, but I don't know. It's just to the point where it's like something's got to be done. I don't know, man. Like, I'm on the edge with this. You know, it's early in the season. We're 3-2. I'm not trying to trip and flip, like I said, but that was just some ludicrous-ish to see. That was a terrible way to lose a football game. It's got to be so deflating. I haven't, been watching the media and the clips pouring in anything from the post game or anything like that, but I can only imagine how sickening everyone feels in that locker room right now, But hey, it's better to be losing and be on a bit of a cold streak in October rather than December or whatever leading into the postseason. But man, what a terrible way to lose the game, and just what the fuck, man. Like, geez, McDermott, like what was Brady? That's the thing we never know too in those situations. Like, what was Brady drawing that up? Our offensive coordinator, who when he came to town last year, he changed everything. The slump that we were in, is McDermott overriding stuff? Like, what is the deal? Why do we not run the ball at all in that situation? I just can't quite call it. But like I said, there was so much other stuff I wanted to talk about rather than, what the fuck? How can we do something so stupid to lose a football game in that way? But everyone hit the comments. Let me know your thoughts. As always, if you're new, like I said, sub up to the channel. We talk all different topics over here, and I always want to hear from y'all, the people. A lot of big drops in this game. Did y'all peep that? Like, a lot of drops by the receivers. We know Shakir wasn't out there. Josh Allen finally kind of got things going. It was scary when we saw him go down at that one point in time. And when he came off the field, and I seen him saying, like, no, my chest, I got the wind knocked out of me, I'm good. That was a crazy scene there. Like, I was like, man, that's gonna work. They're not making him go to the tent. And sure enough, they did. They called down and said, nah, man, get him in there to the independent neurologist, right? After all the ish with Tua, like, they just can't let that type of ish slide. I mean, they weren't supposed to anyways. That's the whole idea behind that. But man, that was ugly the way his helmet smacked off the turf. But Josh, being the competitor that he is, he's like, yo, I got the wind knocked out of me, I'm okay. Nah, man, you got your bell rung a little bit. That's what it looked like to me. And then after all that too, we have the ball, came up with some big turnovers when we needed to, right? Like I said, those momentum shifts and everything, started getting pressure on Stroud, and defense started doing the damn thing, man, hanging in there. They fought hard. There's a lot of injuries, missing some key guys and everything. But at that point, if you guys recall, you see Josh come running out ready to get in there, and they let Trubisky hand it off there. I mean, I guess no matter what, if Josh was going to be under center anyways, they were going to run that play, then do it. But if not, hell, call timeout. Let Josh be in there for all 4 downs or 3 downs or whatever. Let him, like, this is it. This is the ball game right here. This is huge, like the grounding call, everything that happened, man. The game was there for the Bills to win, and we didn't. And damn, Bass hitting that field goal, that was nice. I've been a guy for a while talking about how nervous Bass makes me, and we saw him miss last week, as well as among a lot of other stuff I'm not gonna get into with Bass. I gotta say, I like those H-Town unis. Those were pretty fire, making their debut against the Bills. This was a big game for Diggs and for the franchise. They're 4-1 now. We're 3-2 again. I'm not tripping or nothing like that. Keon Coleman, that was a beautiful tightrope, man. You seen the way when they slowed it all down, slow motion for me. His heel didn't touch. He stayed right on the green. Like, that was very impressive. I'm definitely happy with Keon Coleman, and like, the sky's the limit for this guy. Bernard with the big pick, returning, when we needed a big play. We didn't capitalize off it. And how about Robert Woods, man? Hell of a receiver, obviously, back when we had Manuel, we drafted him. So crazy, man. I miss Buffalo so much, and it's just about to hit 10 years on the dot that I moved from there. But I remember back then, Robert Woods, EJ Manuel, obviously. Manuel, things didn't really pan out, but then it was Tyrod Taylor. But I remember Woods, hell of a receiver. But I didn't even know he was playing for the Texans. Good to see him still in the league doing his thing. I think he was with the Rams for a little while as well. But that's what it is, man. Another loss, 3-2. Hit the comments, everyone. Like I said, to lose the game in that way stings like a motherfucker. Who do we got next? The Jets. I ain't tripping. Von Miller serving his suspension. And Diggs, no embrace with his former teammates at the beginning of the game and at the end of the game. From the footage I saw, nothing as well. So I don't know, it really leads you to believe that the drama, as whenever this has been discussed about Diggs and the Bills and Josh Allen, and was there any real drama, or was it just some media hype? You know what I mean? Because it was like, that was something that was, you never know with a lot of this stuff. Is it media narratives? Is it BS? Like, what's the deal? And we saw it go back and forth for so long. And in the end, it felt like, leading into the playoffs last year, there was an interview that Diggs did that it was like, yo, he loves his teammates. He's not unhappy. Maybe there's something with the franchise. And then obviously when the trade that shocked the world ended up happening, like I keep saying, all the analysts and everyone, when it came to the cap space and all that, told us there's no way in fucking hell Diggs is getting traded. But he wanted out. He got out. Same thing that we saw happen in Minnesota. But I was like, man, Diggs fell off with the franchise, not the team or his teammates. But to see him not embrace any of them pre or post game, like, I don't know if I missed something at the end. Someone let me know. I don't know, that really says something. Maybe there really was some serious beef all along. But that's gonna do it for this one. Sorry, y'all, with all the side convo in the beginning, but like I said, I just had to, drop some lighthearted commentary, to lighten the mood a little bit, man. Bills 3-2. Next up, the Jets. Let's talk in the comments. Look forward to talking to everyone in the comments. Thanks again for watching. Subscribe as coffee, and I'm about you, y'all. Peace.